Good day, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Melvin and I am from the History Rangers, reporting to you live here on Millennia Institute campus. Today we are going to interview celebrities from Millennia Institute regarding national days throughout the years. What are their feelings about National Day? How do they feel when they first started National Day? Are there any memories or impact that left in their lives regarding national days? Well, today we are going to find out from them.
Your age?
27.
Alright, then were you involved with any of the National Day celebrations in the past years?
You mean at the National Stadium, kind of?
Yes.
Yeah, physically there twice. And before that, no. I think when I was younger, I watched a few on TV, but that was about all.
So
Yeah.
what part do you play in the
Spectator?
celebration?
Yeah, I mean, oh, you meant involved as in personally?
As in, yes.
No, never.
Okay.
Emotionally, I was.
Alright, so
Yeah, okay, no.
can you tell us more about the first National Day, that left a significant impact?
I tell you what, as a kid, usually when you're watching this kind of things, it's probably just like, oh, another fancy, a parade and stuff, all sorts of colours and stuff. But you never really think much about the significance behind it. And I don't think that significance will dawn upon a person just like that, It takes time, it takes appreciation of what being a citizen is of a country. And it takes a lot more knowledge and understanding of what it really means to be a citizen. And, well, frankly, I don't think my feelings are very strong. It's an honest answer. But I do think there are times when I think about it, whether National Day or not, and I think if any emotions were to strike me quite strongly, it would be along the lines of being quite happy being where I am in Singapore for a whole host of different reasons. Be it security here, be it the fact that I'm living quite a comfortable life, financially, and not somewhere else where luck could have been so against me, and I could be begging on the streets or living in hunger or worrying about where I'm going to get my money from the next day. Here, employment is quite stable, and the economy is doing quite well generally. So I think all these, and amidst a lot of other factors, they come in and give me a nice feel about being a Singaporean. So I guess these are the emotions that strike me. That was a question, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is how you feel now?
Yes.
Alright,
yes.
okay. So moving on, looking at the most recent National Day celebration that you've seen, how much have things changed from the past?
You mean celebrations-wise? Or?
Yes, celebrations-wise.
I think it's more vibrant, more eye-catching, but it's a visceral thing. It is a nice to see kind of thing. I don't know the significance behind it, how it is. It's just more visually appealing and more engaging to the spectator and audience at home. Yeah.
Alright, okay, so if now you could be in charge of National Day celebrations, right?
Okay, it'd be a mess. Okay, yes.
How would you run it? As in, what would be your key focuses and why?
I would first start by asking what is the purpose of that celebration in the first place. If it is to annually stir the population into remembering and commemorating the country as a whole, its independence and all that came along with it, then I think I'll take it from there and I ask myself, what are the things that would get people to feel strongly about the country and to appreciate where they are. You can't do a history lesson in a short 2-hour, 3-hour celebration. And I think currently what they're doing is good in a way. You get them to appreciate the stars that have come out of Singapore. JJ and Stephanie will be there, right? Or maybe Kit Chan or something. And you show military strength by your planes and tanks and the different ethnic groups and major activity groups there are. Yeah, that's in a way reason enough for people to feel safe and wanting to be in Singapore. But perhaps to me, I'm not a military person, so maybe not that I can't do it, but if I had my way, right, I would think of I don't know, it's quite difficult. I would first list what are the things that I feel make me want to be a Singaporean, and then I'll make a big hoo-ha out of it. I don't know, I can't give you a good answer, Cheryl, sorry.
Alright, yeah, that's it. Alright,
Okay,
thank you.
bye. Okay, don't play that.
So, Miss Jamalia, what's your current age?
I'm 26 years old this year.
Oh. Were you
This year I'll be
involved?
27, sorry.
Okay. So, were you involved in any of the National Day celebration throughout the past few years?
By celebrations, you mean school celebrations?
Oh no, the
or
National Day celebration.
The parade, the National Day parade. Oh yeah, I was never involved in the National Day parade.
How about the school celebrations?
For school celebrations, I was always part of the sing-along contingent in the audience, yes.
Oh, so you are patriotic to Singapore.
I love singing along to Singapore songs. You want me to give you a sample?
Sure,
Nah,
sure.
later.
Oh, okay. So, did your family ever celebrate National Day at the Padang and the Kallang Stadium?
No, we actually don't. We're not the sort. Not that I'm saying that those sorts are not good. We're not the sort to actually queue up, buy tickets, and and then go as a family. But what we do is every National Day, we
You buy KFC?
because it's red and white.
Yeah.
And then we lick off. No,
Okay.
we actually sit at the in front of the TV and watch the parade together. Yeah, then I'll be the only one standing up when the national anthem is playing, and I'll be the only one saying the pledge because the rest won't. There was one time that when we got a goodie bag from our neighbor, which was a torchlight, the
Yeah.
saber thing. So yeah, so at one point I ran along the corridor of my house. But yeah, we do that. We watch the parade together.
Oh, but you don't. You
But
never
we don't go to the Padang. I've only been to the parade twice. I think one was part of the Annie show, during primary school.
Oh yeah, primary 5.
But at that point, I didn't realize it was the National Day parade rehearsal. I just, going stadium, what for? Oh, got fireworks, so nice. I had no idea what it was for.
Oh.
Yeah, I remember having a plastic bag of my umbrella inside. But, yeah, I didn't know it was for that. The second time was actually for a National Day parade rehearsal. The dry.
Oh, the dry run.
Yeah, but it was the first dry run. I was
When was that?
This was when I was in secondary school, Sec 4, I think, Sec 4.
So it's about 1970. Is it
1980?
1980 plus?
1980?
Oh, 1990 plus. Yeah. I just remembered.
1980
1999. Right?
That would be 16, so 10. So 2008 minus 10. Yeah, so around there.
I'm sorry. Okay. So, can you tell us about your first National Day that you can ever remember?
I don't remember any specific National Day actually. I'm sorry if that's something that you want. But because to me every day is National Day.
Why?
And actually no. You see, right, on National Day we do things like we have the celebrations, the parade, everything. But these are things that, like singing national anthem, these are things that I believe to do every other day. Like when we have our morning assembly, I always sing the national anthem with much gusto.
I do too.
Yes, exactly. I could hear you because our classes are next to each other. Yeah, so to me it's just a day. I mean, I end up being a bit more patriotic, and I remember once during secondary school. Okay, I remember once during secondary school, right? After the National Day celebrations, a bunch of us, we stayed back in class and we started singing National Day songs. Just a bunch of us. Yes.
It's considered united and as part of Singaporean.
Yes, and also because I think singing National Day songs, there's something so special about it. I really enjoy singing National Day songs. Yeah.
But how do you feel that National Day there's only one day of holiday compared to other countries that have weeks or months of holiday?
But I don't think you need that many days to commemorate on National Day. I think it's enough for us to just know that on this particular day we get independence. And that's what makes it a rather memorable one.
Okay. So, do you think that wrong? Okay. If you could be in charge of the National Day celebrations, how will you run things, and what will be your key focuses, and why?
I think in this day and age, there are basically a few things that everybody would look forward to National Day Parade. One is the march past. The other would be the fireworks. And then you have the prerequisite, the national anthem, the pledge taking, and the sing-alongs. Yeah, so I think all this, as long as the parade has all these elements, I think it's fun. Whatever else that we can add, a laser show, a fountain display, or whatever, would just be the icing on the cake. But all these basically are the main ingredients that make up the cake.
So if you run the show, so you have all these main ingredients in
Yes.
the show. Any extra things that you would like to add on? Or your focus would be the people or the nation or probably the president?
Maybe at this point we can give a bit more focus on the people, seeing that all along Singapore has always been built on the hard work of the people, and yeah, I think it's apt lah to acknowledge the hard work that we have put in Singapore. Yes.
Thank you.
Alright, so Mr. Saw, what is
Hi.
your age?
I'll be 34 this year.
Were you involved with any of the National Day celebrations in the past years?
Yes, of course. 25th National Day celebrations. I was in one of the marching contingents as a St. John's Ambulance Brigade member.
Cool. How was it like?
That was my first time because I was in secondary school. So it was. I mean, at that time, I can remember it was pretty exciting, to be in a National Day parade, all donned, all dressed up and looking cool in your uniform, and I thought I was, contributing in some way to the nation. Yeah.
So that National Day was particularly significant to you?
Later on, when I was in the Navy, we were also involved as a marching contingent. I was one of the many nameless people.
Alright, so that would be in which year?
I can't remember, during my NS time.
So
during my
around
NS,
90s,
90s,
80s, 90s.
93, 94.
Alright, okay.
Something around there.
So what emotions and feelings did those two events
yeah. In my youth, in my younger, when I was in my secondary school, I was feeling very proud to be part of the National Day Parade. Maybe not so patriotic, but more pride to be part of the nation, part of something important to the nation. In the Navy, I felt a sense of patriotism. Wow, here I am doing NS and I'm in the National Day Parade. Yeah. So that's how I felt.
Okay, so so sorry. Okay, so looking at the most recent National Day celebration that you've seen, how much do you think have things changed?
Oh, tremendously has changed. Previously, the National Day parades were quite predictable. You will have a march past. You will have some sort of procession of military vehicles, and then you would have planes flying past. You would have fireworks, and then you would have these paratroopers dropping down. But recently, they have, spared no effort. Not only in terms of the manpower, in terms of the performances, which have gotten more and more elaborate. They've also gotten more and more colorful. The costumes have gotten more and more colorful. And the fireworks displays have become more grand. And definitely, they have also not spared in terms of the cost. And they now have various locations. Right, seaside location, and then you have on the land, right? So you have land, air, and sea. So it's a very grand event now.
Yeah, definitely more elaborate, right?
Yeah, more elaborate.
Alright, okay. So, do you think that National Day celebrations are significant to our country, and why?
okay, I believe that National Day celebrations are very important to Singapore. Firstly, because it is an opportunity for our people to take pride in our own achievements.
As in, it reminds us, is it?
Well, it reminds us of our achievements, but also not just the memory of the achievement, but the emotion of taking pride, taking that joy in that achievement in our own little ways. Of course, the country has gone very far in a very short time. All right, in less than 40 years, we have become nearly having the status of developed country. Although in the world economy we are listed as an advanced economy, our gross domestic product per capita exceeds some of the more developed countries in the world. So there's a lot for us to be proud about. At the same time, we also have a political statement to make to our neighbors. We are surrounded by Malaysia, Indonesia, and if you compare the kind of National Day celebrations that we have and what they have, I think it is unrivaled. Our National Day celebrations are unrivaled in terms of the pomp, the splendor, and the ceremony, which is also a reflection of our economic prosperity.
Okay, can I ask you, what do you mean by political statement?
Well, that we are we are economically prosperous. That we can every time we shoot up a fireworks that costs a few $1 million, we have that few $1 million to shoot.
Okay,
as
so
opposed to other countries.
why do we want to show our neighboring countries that we are strong economically wise?
Well, a show of strength is sometimes important also as a kind of a stabilizing factor. It's not an aggressive statement, but rather a statement that we have been able to achieve what we have achieved. If you bear in mind the geopolitical history of Singapore, Singapore was actually booted out of Malaysia. Alright, and
if you could be in charge of National Day celebrations, how would you run things? And what would be your key focuses and why?
Okay, I don't think I would run things any differently. For the simple reason that they have all the right ingredients of a National Day in there.
Yeah.
They have a show of military. I mean, the military parade is actually a show of military might. And of course, the fireworks and the performances are a show of our cultural progress. And the fireworks is, of course, a show of our economic prosperity. So they have all the right ingredients there.
So you think it's perfect?
Of course, there's no such thing as a perfect celebration. Every generation will have its own ways of celebrating patriotism. The National Day is actually like the American 4th of July. It is a time when we are all encouraged to have those patriotic feelings and to celebrate, our identity as a nation and our belonging to this national identity. So every generation, every successive generation will have their own way of celebrating this special identity. I mean, in recent years, they have even had tried to use more IT, for example, where you go onto a blog and you sign off your sentiments for the nation, your well wishes for the nation. Last year they had these candles where they wrote their well wishes on big balls and then put them off in the river, right? Yeah. All right. So I'm sure as the country progresses and you have more avenues, more channels for expressing these well wishes, you have more such things. In the future, you could even have giant placards and digital signs of well wishes.
Is that how you would do it?
Well, why not?
I know, but is that how you would do it? Alright, is that how you do it?
Well, why not? Yeah. I mean, it will depend on what I have at my disposal, how much funds I have at my disposal.
You're the one in charge.
I may be the one in charge, but I don't determine how much funds I get. Right?
Okay.
So the way the National Day Parade works is that you'll be given a certain funding, and based on that funding, what they can do. But I do know that the amount spent on the National Day Parade has been increasing from year to year. So it's getting bigger and bigger. Alright. So yeah, why not? If I have an unlimited budget, well, you know, we could probably make whole parts of the island show one big Singapore flag. Right? So that, you know, you can see from the satellite, wow, Singapore flag on the island. Something like that. If you have unlimited funding. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, the sky's the limit.
Alright. Ladies and gentlemen, my job is done here, and I hope that you have a better understanding of what National Day is about in Singapore. Well, my name is Melvin, and we're heading back to the studio.
Bright, just like the stars above me, proud.
The weather today is wet, 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 as it always is in Singapore, wet and sunny. This has been the weather. Back to you at the studio.
Have a good day. Back on you. As in, you watched it twice, right?
You want an honest answer, Cheryl? Or you want a video-friendly answer?
A video-friendly answer.
Okay. Sadia, okay.
I look good. There's a longer tradition. There's more of
Obviously, we're a young nation.
yeah. So I would think that it's actually yeah. Sorry.
Alright, and also for more political.
Okay, we need to cut.
Need to test mine or not? You.
No. Okay, are we go? Are we go?
Yes.
Okay, so
Me press trigger, me no press people button. Nobody chat come face me with something. Like how me have 22 in a me something. Then I feel so forget the next 1,000 fool. Press trigger, me no press people button. Nobody chat come face me with something. Like how me have 22 in a me something. Then I feel so forget the next 1,000 fool. Anytime you ready, put now we see start war. See who love is spread it out from the sky. Style is the bomb, the dang, diggy diggy.